inside Pacific Coliseum for the final meeting of the regular season between the Vancouver Goldeneyes and the Ottawa Charge. Starting goaltenders for today, Gwyneth Phillips. She's ready to bounce back from that loss to New York. The Ohio native has started all of Ottawa's games against Vancouver with a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, and all in regulation. She's backed up today by Kendra Woodland. For Vancouver, though, Kristen Campbell, her 50th career start in the PWHL, the inaugural goaltender of the year, has a win and a loss against Ottawa just this season, but she is 4-0-1 and 4 all-time against the Charge. And reclaiming that home ice advantage they last won at home January 22nd, post-Olympic break. They're looking to get hot at the right time. All teams still in the running to make it into playoffs, but only the top 4 advance to the postseason. Goldeneyes with high hopes here in their inaugural campaign. But in the neutral zone, a quick touch by Hughes sends it down, played by Campbell, over for Boreen. Boreen to Meixna, the former Charge forward, for 2 goals this season, scored against, well, her current team.
Meixna takes off up the left side of the ice with a ton of speed, but it's the play from Boreen off of the half wall. The rim comes around, she picks it up, doesn't get overexcited for it, lets the 2 players clear out first, then rips that cross pass and puts it, is able to, Meixna, as she comes across, able to rip a shot in that Phillips gets a blocker on and out of play.
Ottawa able to control off the face-off in the defensive zone. But Sarah Nurse, who's electric against Ottawa, gets her first shot of the game. Izzy Daniel coming in. This is the Scepters line, former Scepters line of Miller. Daniel and Nurse, oh my, that could have been a nice little tip-in, but Phillips up to the task.
Vancouver's coach, Brian Adelsky, would absolutely love this first shift by Sarah Nurse's line. He talked about how he likes that the team's getting into the guts of the ice more, but they need traffic in net. Both those shots had traffic.
We're able to win the draw once again. Staying on the attack, Miller with the rim. Wozniewicz trying to take control. The Goldeneyes comfortable right now. Nurse on the circle. No shot. A good play by Gilday to get her stick in it. Vancouver, a team that when they score first, they win. They're 4-0. Of course, they've also allowed the most opening goals of any team in the PWHL. Bard looking for that stretch feed. But Greco back on familiar ice, former Goldeneye. He's also played with Minnesota, picked up a Walter Cup the inaugural year, and then Boston last season. A quick play at the blue line, sends it deep in Vancouver zone. Fenuza Katarova had 2 goals, 2 games back. Kate Riley from distance. Nina Jobe-Smith. Her pass finds Larocque instead. Katarova plays it over for Riley before she goes off for the change. The far side now, Vasco. A heavy hitter, 4th line player who brings the energy, leads the Charge with 36 hits this season. Blair Thompson gains his own, but offside the call. Puts it into the zone. Down goes Daniel. Miller had a phenomenal season last year, her sophomore campaign in the league. Leslie, though, talk about a player on fire, up to 10 goals so far, and we'll have our first penalty of the game.
Ottawa, number 37, 2 minutes for cross-check.
Vancouver's power play. Vancouver's going to the power play as Leslie takes the cross-check. You're now going, Vancouver has the last place power play team. And on the other side, Ottawa's got the last place penalty kill team. You're hoping that one of these teams is going to be able to push through tonight.
This is a power play for the Goldeneyes. 3 power play goals scored overall. Power play brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel. Power through tough messes and so much more. Ashton Bell, also former member of Ottawa, of course the captain for the Goldeneyes, taking on that leadership role. Wore the A in the nation's capital the last 2 seasons. Greco gets a touch on the penalty kill. Now Hemp over to Vasco. They trade. Coming in shorthanded, looking for the jailbreak. Nice sliding block from Bell. Anna McMahon getting to work. This is a Vancouver power play, and they're in their own end.
The Vancouver captain, Bell's able to slide and take away that 2-on-1 opportunity for the jailbreak opportunity.
That's when you score a shorthanded goal in the PWHL. You end the power play for your opponent. Boreen for Thompson. Hard into the corner on her own. Miller. Kept to the outside here, and that gives room in the middle for Ottawa. Short-handed McQuigg this time. 42 seconds to go, 5-on-4. Vancouver has not had a power play goal in this building since December 6th. Abby Boreen. Special teams, as we know in this league, Landon, so important because games are so tight, goals at a premium.
You don't have any opportunity to let these slide by. For Vancouver, I feel like they really need to start coming back as they just ice the puck. You have very vast difference between the two. You have Ottawa in last place on the penalty kill, which just had a great job through the first minute 50 of that, but Vancouver just a bit disjointed trying to get up the ice and gain zone entry.
Well, they have 5 seconds still on the power play. Mrazova takes it away. Turnovers, of course, have plagued this Goldeneyes team. No shots on that power play, and they are now 0 for 18 since they last scored, the Goldeneyes, on the player advantage. Danusa Katarova looking for the middle. Both teams, of course, focused on getting some net front presence, as the coaches say. Adam Meixna looking to get on the board. Karvinen in the slot. Rosenthal at the half wall, sends it around. Now Channel Watkins. She faces pressure. Gardner gets it back for Vancouver. Looking to drive the net. Gets the puck back, takes it to the far side. Loose puck, Venisheva coming in. She was Ottawa's leading scorer last season. Nice play by Cava, but not cleared. Job Smith for Bell. 2 defenders getting in on it. Venisheva was blocked by one of her own. Rosenthal was net front. Katarova quick to get to the puck. Plays it smart, doesn't want to just throw it in the neutral zone. Another chance here for Vancouver as they have the time here in the offensive zone to start the game. Also had the first power play, still scoreless. Jakes looks up and a chance. Nurse trying to go high. Didn't quite get the touch she wanted. Miller. Now Thompson back in the slot. A turn and fire by Venisheva in close block by Larocque. She's now got 2. Veteran defender, former Scepter as well. So she's played with some of these players. As Nurse gets the crowd going. Jakes with a hard shot. So Ottawa's blocking has been on point here, as no shots we're getting through that time, but 5 shots already for the Goldeneyes.
Phenomenal pressure in the Ottawa zone.
And so despite chances and time in front of Gwyneth Phillips, still looking for the first goal in Vancouver. For Anna McMahon, that was her first career game-winning goal. And that was an electric game for the Charge after being shut out in their season opener. Wisniewicz gets the first Ottawa shot on goal. The Charge looking looking to get going off of that break. Now, Leslie. Back for Hobson. Brings it in with speed. Goes for a wraparound looking for another. Campbell has it sealed.
Vancouver had a lot of the pressure in Ottawa's zone before the commercial break. Well, what does Ottawa do? They throw out their top line to try and grab some of this momentum back. And they come around, they've got possession. They try on this wraparound, but Campbell, right on top of it, has sealed her post already. No space for Hobson.
Again, working up the near side. And in the middle, Ottawa able to regain possession. Plenty of turnovers early here in this game. Thompson looking back. Meixna, and then from distance it was Riley. Just trying to float it in. She has that support down low. Katarova trying to jump on it. Maureen to the rescue. Chips it in. Goldeneyes get a change. Meixna. Nurse! In the right place. Couldn't corral it fast enough. To the point this time. Blocked. Another one. So after 5 shots on goal for the Goldeneyes, Ottawa was up to 4 blocked shots already. Players absorbing all of that. Keeping this game scoreless early. Vancouver in the middle of a 5-game homestand, whereas Ottawa, they won't be back to the nation's capital until next month. And they started off at the Canadian Tire Center before heading back to TD Place. Miller brings it in. What a shot. Rebound loose. Another chance. Jenna Watkins is alive and kept out of the net. Bard looking for a wraparound. Another loose puck chance. Daniel on the doorstep. Joe Smith looking for an angle. They're just firing. Miller trying to grab hold of that momentum, but Rania Savalainen rubs her out, and the crowd not appreciating what they believe was a non-call.
That's 2 shifts in a row by the nurse line that's just been holding pressure down in the Ottawa zone.
Riley looking up for Leslie, but she gets taken into the near wall by Gardner. Out comes McMahon. McMahon trying to pull it on her backhand. Takes some contact in the slot. We expected a hard-hitting game, especially with Ottawa, a team that has racked up plenty of hits, but offside the call. And Miller, she had a chance. Jana Watkins also did too, but Phillips standing tall, still scoreless.
Vancouver's Nina Job-Smith was excited to be playing back here in her home province, but more so to be playing inside Pacific Coliseum. And that's because she has fond memories from her childhood, having taken to the ice already on this surface. Of course, dressed as a goalie, we're not sure why, but she did definitely switch gears a little bit later into her career, Daniela.
Well, I'm sure not only Vancouver, but her German national team loves the defender she is, so maybe she had some goalie roots to help out. Miller brings it in. What a shot. Puts it on the body of Phillips to at least bring the drop back into the charge zone.
Miller's got such a great release. As she gains the zone, she realizes there's space open as Nurse drives that defender back. She gets herself to the middle of the ice. Doesn't get her shot exactly where she wants it, but it's a good release. She had a beautiful goal in the 2-1 loss to Boston in last game, where Nurse fed her and just absolutely ripped one short side high on the glove side.
It's a good start for the Goldeneyes when it comes to shots. They're leading right now 8-3, and they could have more given how many block shots Ottawa has. As Miller, there's been an intense focus on getting Miller's shot production up, as per Vancouver's head coach Adelsky. So that's certainly working right now. Back in Ottawa territory, held up at the far wall by McQuigg. Looking back is Thompson. Daniel, the can't find the space they need. Vancouver is a team that's been outshot in all of their first periods, 202 to 152. So for them to come out and have this kind of start, it's good. Now they want to get that first goal.
Well, especially with Ottawa, it's pretty interesting how they have the biggest differential in shots, yet have controlled a lot of the games against Vancouver.
Plays it back. Oh my, Karvinen! Why not a pop play? He was looking to deliver. Pressure from Anna Shohina for her first PWHL goal in this building as a member of the Charge. Now Bell takes it around. Looking to open up some space. Seghetti was net front as well. No one in the middle for the Goldeneyes as the board battle continues. Puck goes up and out of play.
The other part is you expect and you need Sarah Nurse's line to score. For Vancouver, for me, it's this line of McMahon, Venisheva, and Gardner that are able, or that have a ton of energy and really can take this team to the next level and provide some more offense. They've got the skill and energy to do it.
Venisheva has 1 goal on the season so far. She had 15 last year for 22 points, making her Ottawa's leading scorer through 30 games. So if they can get going, but right now in their own zone, and a nice play by Clark, throwing her body around, but puck finds Gardner. Gilday. Now Mrazova settling, another player in this game who would like to get her production up as well. Someone the Charge looked to. She had 7 points on the season, 1 goal.
And she had the 2 games ago against Seattle, she had the 2 assists as well. So you're hoping that she's starting to find her game a bit more and getting a bit more confidence back to make some plays.
Leslie. Over for Savalainen. Stopped short by Jakes. Larock in the neutral zone. Under 6 minutes, under 5.5 rather, here in the first period. Shots 9-3 for the Goldeneyes. Meixner goes cross ice. As Pauline was looking to set up Jakes. Leslie throws it back. Puck gets a piece of the official. Now Larock for Jenner. Looking for an entry. They find it in the captain. Jenner back for Wisniewicz. Nice little play, looking to feed Clark.
Great stick by Channel Watkins to take that shot away.
Oh, Bell shielding. Nurse, who has taken a puck end-to-end numerous times in her PWHL career. Now Miller over for Daniel. Back for Nurse. Nurse shoots, blocked.
What a beautiful pass by Izzy Daniel, being able to spot Nurse coming up late.
The Charge are locked in on Sarah Nurse. I mean, that collision as well. But it's all in good play. Only penalty so far has come against Ottawa. Now Hemp for Greco. 4 minutes to go in the first period. Job Smith takes some pressure. Job Smith, who made her PWHL debut in Ottawa, we're on the road. Now Vasco. Gets the puck to Hemp. Quick play to the middle. Daniel takes care of that. In comes McMahon. Gilday. Able to take her into the near corner. Venisheva on the far wall. Up to the point, Job Smith. She uses the traffic. Phillips able to track it. Phillips having to come in big early in this game. And for Ottawa, this is a team, Landon. They're a third period team.
They really are. And just like Carla McLeod was talking about before the game, she loves the fact that they're so good in the third, but you can make your life so much easier showing up earlier in the first and in the second period.
I just feel like the Charge, they like to keep things dramatic. We've seen it We saw it in the ice delay game about a week ago when it was Benuza Katarova, less than a minute to go on the power play, getting the game winner. She's been big for this team. First year in the PWHL, a draft pick from Russia. 8 points on the season. Savalainen. The puck goes to Mike's now Rosenthal. Boreen! Oh, she just mishandles that. Gets another chance on the doorstep. They're creating opportunities. Channel Watkins, hard off the pad. Rebound collected. Meitzner once again cross ice to Channel Watkins. They'll keep going. In the neutral zone this time, Miller, and that will be called. Vancouver will head to the power play. Now, their second of the game. Can this be the difference on special teams?
Heading into this power play as well for Ottawa, or on the penalty kill rather. You have to think about, they obviously have the lowest penalty kill, but at the same time, right here, this is just caused off of pure exhaustion. Vancouver had the puck in the Ottawa zone for an extended period of time. You don't make the right decisions when your brain's not working quite right. Vancouver back to the power play, but Coach McLeod was talking about for the PK, it's about she wants them to be aggressive, not react, but press a bit more. She thinks that can really elevate their team's penalty kill.
Right now, the Charge doing what they did their last kill, where they just were able to get good clears and then hold it down in the neutral zone. Miller looking to break through. He brings it in. Pass for Nurse. Still kept to the outside. That gritty defense from Greco. Chases on.
Have the high stick at the blue line, but lucky that they got the high stick and a face-off in the offensive zone.
Yeah, they were able to do that in their first penalty kill, so this is now 2 power play opportunities for Vancouver in the opening frame. Brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel, paper towel. Gilday is using the boards, Hughes in the mix. To keep Boreen and Jakes off of it. Hughes is a good stick to get that puck deep again. Now the crowd rallying this team as we're in the final minute of the first period. And Ottawa's allowed 16 first period goals, and they have also allowed late period goals as well. It's a big opportunity here. Meanwhile, Goldeneyes fans should feel good about the fact that their team hasn't allowed one so far in the first period. Still working on it. Bell to Karvinen on the power play. Karvinen one-timer. Pad save. Jenner. And a penalty as well.
To take Vancouver's first penalty of the night. But sorry, they're giving it to Gardner instead.
Vancouver penalty number 12. Minor goaltender interference.
And now they have 22 seconds to kill with only 15 left of the period.
4-on-4 means more ice for these players. They'll look to, of course, stay responsible here. 5 seconds remaining. A quick whistle leaves exactly a second to go.
Well, and Vancouver just took a too many men call as well.
Listen to the ref here.
Vancouver, minor penalty. Too many players on the ice.
Samantha Hillier. And so, there's the horn. We expected that as just a second remain, and there will be a lot to sort out when we head into the second period to do with a power play chance or two on the West Coast through the first period. Goldeneyes looking to end a slide while Ottawa wants to jump into a playoff spot. So much on the line.
As much as they haven't started the way they would have liked, they've now put themselves in a position to take over in the second period.
So shots 12, as Landon mentioned, but there's the block shots from Ottawa, so that could be up to 19 if you didn't have any of those. And all right, to the post is flushed to the ice, and we are underway. We will keep you honest with all the power plays happening. Of course, brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel. So Clark brings it into the zone. It's advantage to Ottawa right now. 5-on-3. Leslie, this is their first power play opportunity inside Pacific Coliseum. Gilday to Hughes. Back down. E-trade now. Gilday. Feeling that pressure from Nurse. Nurse goes down.
Just no quit in Nurse's game there. That's where you need to have those veterans in your lineup that can show you what second and third efforts are to your younger players. And that's why she's the status that she is in the international game as well as a PW.
45 seconds to go on that first Gardner penalty. As it is a 5-on-3 to start the second period for Ottawa. Ottawa, a team that was able to get 2 penalty kills in the first. Was Nevich. Back down. And to get in the mix there is Thompson.
She's got her, and she got it and got it down the ice. Just a great job by Sarah Nurse.
Gaba for Savalainen. There's a power play goal. Katarova as well. 2 games back on her first career power play marker in the PWHL. Savalainen below the goal line. It's now 5-on-4. Gardner is out. She joins the action. Still just a few seconds remaining before Karvinen gets back out. She was serving for the too many players. Back to even strength. Ottawa managed a shot on that power play.
Now the crowd's starting to get into it. This is where Vancouver needs to get back over the boards and find some energy. Pull this crowd and energy back their way.
This Vancouver team got off to a great start at home. I'm going to pick that back up here. Venisheva. For Job Smith, her pass, a turnover. McQuigg puts the puck in the near corner. Clark with 2 hits in the first period. A gritty scorer, Hobson. As they hold possession, McQuigg was looking for a one-timer. Hughes trying to keep the pressure on that side of the ice. It's a big spill for Nurse that time. They're not calling it a trip. Now Nurse looking for some payback. Doesn't get it up high. Bard keeps it in the zone. Venisheva to the point. They're forced to retreat.
That at the netting as well.
No play on it. It's an advantage for Vancouver right now as they are able to stay in the zone. Hemp, though, can't find the space. Vancouver has been smothering early on here in the second period. And Watkins needs Savalainen at the far side. Out comes Bell with speed. She'll send it around the boards. We've got a loose glove as well on the ice. More debris.
Ottawa's best chance of their last power play comes from Katarova off the left half wall. She receives the pass and tries to go short side, but Campbell with a beautiful right save. And Nurse, after her second awkward fall of the afternoon, you could tell she wasn't passing that one. She wanted to take a chance and just missed high.
Well, Katarova is shooting at a 24% efficiency right now, so you want to get number 71 the puck for Ottawa.
Is that pretty good?
Yeah, I think so. Now, some of my friends in those cities, they think they can wait. You can't. A hot ticket. Ottawa, of course, will be playing in Winnipeg. And they also have a takeover tour date in Calgary. Thompson. Rosenthal Moves it across the line. Mike's on the far side, held up by Greco. Now Jenner pressing to the boards. Larocque. Her pass on the stick of Jakes this time, flipped in. They're getting the pucks deep. It's a matter of control after that. McMahon. 2 shots in the first period. Now Gardner. Far side, Benisheva looking for centering feed, taken away by Larocque. She gets rid of the puck quick. Greco. It's another touch on the puck, sends it out of the offensive zone. And a big chance here, a play by Wisniewicz. Oh my, if that had found Mrazova. Gava with the diving play, Katarova in the slot, a chance here for Ottawa into the netting.
But both teams are doing such a good job of closing down the middle. Take that shot to the far pad. Give your players or your teammates a couple chances to get some rebounds. Create some havoc in front.
And we will get to hear from Vancouver's head coach Adelski after the next break. It'll be fascinating to get his take on this game so far. Still scoreless. 6 minutes into the second period. Miller looking to zip it across for Nurse. Instead, Mrazova keeps it away. Can't handle the pressure. Miller brings it into the zone. Across for Nurse. Gets the pad of Phillips. Forced to cover. Thank you so much, Brianne. And speaking of draws, Nurse, 3 of 9 has she won in this game so far. Of course, a key player on that power play. And Ottawa was so effective, able to get pucks cleared quickly. So still chasing that first goal of the game. Now Miller for Nurse, a turnover in the offensive zone. Phillips tracking it. Oh! Nearly going 5-0, but she's able to lock it down.
Phillips on the top of her game, which shouldn't be a surprise because I feel like she is every single night. But when you have a player like Sarah Nurse off the turnover, Miller gives them a quick pass. It somehow gets back to Nurse. And you can see how far apart Phillips is. She's so spread, yet the quickness and power is able to close that up and make the great 5-hole save to keep this a scoreless game.
I mean, it also helps that Leslie is in there causing chaos for the Charge as well, but that was an important draw win for Vancouver here to stay in the zone. They've been buzzing, of course, leading in shots now 15-4, and in this frame as well, 3-1. Thompson held to the boards. Now Florine and Rosenthal getting to work. Leslie comes in. Florine! Oh my! Trying to sneak that shot through, denied again. Phillips sealed. And you mentioned she always stands tall, but she had a tough game last week, allowing a season-high 5 goals.
But that's where you know when you have a goalie. When you can have a slip-up or a game that you're not quite happy with, and she follows it up with this type of game. You know that she's going to respond. This Vancouver team's been peppering her pretty good today so far, but she's there to answer every single one of them.
Hobson, former New York Sirens defender, who's fit in seamlessly in Ottawa. Hails from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Vasco able to put it towards the net while taking a hit. Thompson for Shohina. Shohina's stretch feed finds Karvinen. Seghetti looking for room in the slot. Piece of Phillips, now Jakes retrieves it. Manages to keep the puck. Gets the shot off, but a big block. Ottawa reinforcing the brick wall of Phillips right now in this game. Job Smith puts it back down again. So just 4 shots this game for the Charge while they're handling things defensively. Not where they want to be. Job Smith, that one up high. Bard with a nice move. And the puck goes all the way to Campbell, comes out to play it. Bard on the near wall house. With support from Cava. It's been hard for either team to really get on a groove in this game as things sort of go one way for a team, then a penalties call. Both teams have had 2 power play opportunities. Neither able to cash in yet at even strength. 9 minutes into the second period. Mrazova with the feed to Cava with the shot. Katarova, far side to the point, no one there.
This is where it's so important for Vancouver, where you feel like you're controlling this game, but you haven't scored yet. You can't try and force the play because you feel like you deserve one. That's where you get yourself into trouble. Keep going the way you're playing. This is one of the best games that they've had pressure-wise.
Clark carries it in herself. Emily Clark with the shot. Oh, and it goes over. The net is dislodged, but that could have snuck in under the crossbar.
But then 5 in her last 6, and this is why. As she rips the shot from the outside, it's off the bit of a cheater of the glove of Campbell to hold that one out, and she fights it off, and then the net comes off after that. A great save. But
a reminder that she suffered a pretty severe wrist injury at the end of the playoff run, and so that was lingering and still affecting her game early on in this season. So it is great to see her back in form, especially given her Olympic success as well. Silver medalist with Canada.
And that's all you want as a player, to be able to use your abilities to the top level that they're there. When it's not, it's frustrating. You can tell that she's having fun with the game.
Just to disrupt some of the pressure of Vancouver offensively as they just keep peppering Phillips. Daniel for Miller. And it's important, Landon, of course, to remember that shots are one story, scoring chances another.
It's the quality of shots, but you could easily say that Vancouver has not only had quality, but their quantity, they've had quality as well. It's just the fact that Phillips is standing between the pipes at that end.
In case you didn't love Emily Clark already, you can have a bobblehead of her. It's pretty fantastic. I have one of Jenner and Turnbull. There's so many great ones. I know Kendall Point Schofield's getting one too. From the point right into the glove, Gilday.
I tried for so many years of my career to talk one of those teams to get me a bobblehead. Wasn't good enough.
Maybe one day, but Emily Clark will have one and had a great chance here. So looking for that opening goal.
It has been a great success, a great settling in for McQuaig in Ottawa. Daniela?
Sister Rachel still involved with the Ottawa Charge and hockey operations, was also the team's third goaltender in that inaugural season. McQuaig, a fantastic rookie campaign with the Minnesota Frost last season. Hails from Bowmanville. We've got another penalty on the way.
I believe it's going to be Savalainen with her second game in a row with being a little too aggressive with the body checking, which is definitely part of her game.
So an interference call on Savalainen. This is now the 3rd power play opportunity for Vancouver.
She loses her stick here, and as it comes in, she just decides, well, I've already got the hold, I might as well just bury the player as well. She's earned that 2 minutes. They've allowed at least 1 power play goal against in the last 7 games. They're going to want to try and end that tonight.
Yes, a tale of 2 different special teams. Their power play gets going, but their PK has struggled. And what action on that end as Thompson brings it over to the other. Thompson scored the Goldeneyes' first ever power play goal. She did that in Ottawa. It was the lone Goldeneyes goal in that first ever meeting all the way back in November. Power play brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel. Power through tough messes. Jake's looking to control this.
We were talking after the first power play of the breakouts for Vancouver needing a bit more speed. Well, this is it right here.
Sure is, as McMahon centering feed for Daniel, but that gets taken away. More than halfway through this third power play for the Goldeneyes. First here in the middle frame. 8 minutes to go in the second period. Jen Gardner with that speed. Looks across McMahon with the one-timer cleared out in the slot by Hughes. They're getting going. Bell through the middle across for Carbonet. Over to Carbonet rather on the near side. As Leslie fires, I mean, this is a confident penalty kill from the Charge.
And again, it's all about the aggression and not just reacting to what's there, trying to dictate the play a bit. And they spent a good amount of time on the penalty kill in the offensive zone.
10 seconds left, 5 on 4. Now Venisheva looking to get on her horse, and she able to bring it in off the backhand. Phillips with the stop. How quickly she was able to corral that. Back to even strength. But great work from the Vancouver power play to now keep the action over on the Ottawa side. Leslie, her no-look pass. Venisheva, now Meitzner, a good stick by Phillips. Very dangerous. So Ottawa found themselves just pressured.
Ottawa gets a good look. As this one comes across, the one-timers with a good block, and as they clear it, then it's Venisheva. And I love that she had a player streaking down the backside, but she doesn't throw the pass. She goes for the shot herself.
Their parents be so successful here on the professional stage. Less than 2.5 to go in the second period. Shots 20-7. So far 8-4. This frame for Vancouver, but Ottawa, Emily Clark has driven some moments. In fact, had a great chance this frame as well. We're going to need a full team effort here, and for Vancouver, getting on the board first is big. Meitzner, not only because they're 4-0 when they open scoring, but also because Ottawa is a third period team. Leslie alone, 7 of her 10 goals scored in the third period. A minute 40 now left in the second.
And again, if you're Vancouver, you know that Ottawa's going to have a real good push at the start of the third. So right now, as much as, yeah, you're trying to get one in.
Oh, nice feed, Bell! Fans on the shot, or perhaps it was Wisniewicz who just took it away herself, the rookie, with 3 game-winning goals early on in her career. That play from Jenner ends up on the stick of Gardner. Wisniewicz now at the half wall on the near side, getting to work. Looking for a late period push here, final minute of the second period. Marine eyes up, pass for Gardner. A good read, rebound loose though. Helped out by Wisniewicz, who draws the penalty. And once again, back-to-back periods, Ottawa will get a late power play opportunity.
The Ottawa player that's able to get herself right in the mix of it as Maureen makes a nice pass, and Gardner takes the one-timer using the Ottawa defender as a screen coming across. Then you see hoping to, after drawing the penalty, get the goal.
And Savalainen to Katarova. They get to work. Wisniewicz. Back to the point, now on the near side. One-timer, Savalainen, and another chance. This time, Katarova cashes in on the power play. No! Immediately waved off. Excitement and celebration from the Charge players.
But there is so much of chaos in front of the net as the one-timer from Savalainen comes in. It's actually blocked by her own player, and then it's off the backside, off of Campbell's blocker side. You're going to see Cava, along with Thompson, kind of together end up interfering with Campbell, and she's not able to get back across.
After reviewing the play, play. The call on the ice has been overturned. We have a good goal.
And so Katarova's power play goal stands as the first of the games.
Have been all over it, just haven't been able to find a way in.
That was power play goal number 13 of the season for the Ottawa Charge. And just to compare, I mean, a Vancouver team that's only had 3 power play markers so far. Ottawa has played one more game than the Goldeneyes, but teams now are really aligning with how many games they've played here in the second half. Clark, with 3 seconds to go, it'll be a 1-0 lead for the visitors. The Ottawa Charge on the power play. Well, up next, Brianne Foley will have you covered in the second intermission, chatting with Michaela Kapp, of course, returning to where she got started this season in Vancouver, but as a member of the Charge, who now leads 1-0 over the Goldeneyes. Power play goal from Kanuza Katarova to close out the middle frame.
This is a spot where they are very comfortable and are able to push through. They are able to get the 1-0 lead with just under 35 seconds left in the second. And here's the third.
Jakes to get it out of the Goldeneyes zone. When you give up a goal late in the second, you certainly don't want to allow one early here in the third. As Rosenthal squeaks in on the near side. Pushes over Larocque. Now held up at the end boards. Rosenthal off the boards. Jana Watkins at the point. Setting up Meixna. She's entangled with Hughes. Behind the net, Phillips watching on. So 21 saves for Phillips through those first 2 periods. 7 saves for Kristen Campbell. And we know as well it can be tough when a goaltender isn't as tested. Clark to Hobson. Wisniewicz with speed. Over to the captain. A quick stick. Good poke by Jana Watkins. Sends Vancouver the other way on the rush. Jana Watkins with the feed. Oh, and it's off the stick of Nurse, who goes down hard. Wisniewicz just taking away her momentum. Meanwhile, Leslie on her own gets the post. She is a third period sniper. Now, Jenner with a shot off the pad. Campbell covers.
Just an unbelievable 10 seconds of play by Leslie for the Charge.
Talk about them being a third period team, up to 47 goals for, including Katarova's power play goal in this game. 21 goals, though, scored in the third period this season. I mean, they were a team where that used to haunt them. They would have leads, and the third period would be the tough spot. Anything can happen. 20th game of the season for the Charge, number 19 for the Goldeneyes. Both teams on the outside of a playoff spot, but any kind of win for the Charge today, and they're back up in 4th place. They would overtake the New York Sirens. Sirens with a game in hand, and the Sirens will be in Vancouver on Wednesday. Gardner for Joe Smith. She pulls, the puck goes high. Miller to the point. Thompson fires, another chance. They know they have to get Phillips' eyes moving. Taylor House finding space in Vancouver's house, off the side, sealed post by Campbell. Here they come once more. Karvinen, though, on her own, double-teamed Vasco and Larocque. Ward battle held up. Vasco pushing the puck out. Segedi for the Goldeneyes. Now Karvinen patient to the point. Jakes for Thompson. Jakes from distance. Need to set up Karvinen net front. Savalainen working it off the glass. House with a touch. Jakes will get there first ahead of Vasco. Charge with a change. Jakes brings it in on her own. Sophie Jakes in the slot. Fires. Kick save from Phillips. Number 16 looking to do it herself. McQuigg. Oh, and that catches the gate. It had eyes for Hughes, the pass. We're hearing more hits Miller under pressure with Nurse as well. The first line for the Goldeneyes looking to get going. Miller with the shot off the pad, a chance. Nurse has just been flying all over the ice and not in a good way, taking a lot of punishment.
That Miller chance was almost exactly like her goal last game against Boston, right at the top of that left half wall.
Player you want to get going as you look to make this playoff push. Both Miller, Nurse, Campbell, they've experienced big win streaks, but Nurse just having a really tough time this game, staying on her skates. Do have a penalty, though.
Vancouver, number 8, minor penalty, body check.
Letting the referees know they're not happy with this body checking call on Izzy Daniels. Here's a Hannah Miller chance where you're going to see it roll around. Oh. Nurse makes a beautiful pass to the open Miller, and she doesn't quite get it up high enough, just like her goal last game.
They cut off just before you see Nurse go down on the ice, but here, another power play. They were able to capitalize the last time. Mrazova kept to the outside by Rosenthal. Uses the high ice to get around, finds some room at the left circle. One-timer, Savalainen looking for a touch in this power play. Brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel, Paper Towel.
And the fans aren't happy with the penalty simply because Sarah Nurse got absolutely dropped just a few seconds before with a real hard stand-up body check.
It can be tough. It's not always the call, it's the non-call that a fan perceives has happened to their team. Ottawa has experienced that too. Every fan base has. Leslie down for Clark. This is why you play the game. You got to grind it out, and shorthanded opportunity might be a chance here when you've got players like Thompson, who has the puck right now. Leslie floats it down. That could have been dangerous. A chance in front once more. It was Clark on the doorstep. Leslie takes it around to Jenner.
The shot from Miller at the other end. Well, it's Brianne Jenner that has the last chance here. But right there off the deflection of Campbell, she has to quickly make the reaction, save to the right. Luckily, it gets shipped over. But then it's Jenner's shot at the end that she's got to hold on to.
40 seconds left on the fourth power play of the game for the Charge. 1 for 3. They had just 2 shots in those 3 opportunities prior to this one. Certainly a stronger effort. 5-on-4 was Nevich. Puck gets taken away by Bell. To work it around the boards. Savalainen with a power play goal already this season. Katarova touch pass. Now Savalainen back to the left side. Fed by Mrazova to the point. 10 seconds to go. Mrazova loses the handle. And Daniel in a good position as she'll get set to leave the penalty box. Right now, good penalty kill for the Goldeneyes. Keep this a 1-goal game. Stretch feed for Daniel. Had 3 shots on that last power play, did the Charge. Gilday getting in front. 5th overall draft pick, number 5, Rory Gilday. Coming off of her first Olympic gold medal with Team USA. Jace looking for 1 goal. What a collision! And as the push for the playoffs continues, we're going to see more. Big crash. Still a 1-goal lead for the visitors.
Jakes comes around the back of the net. She's looking up ice to make a play, but she's not expecting to see Vaxo right there. And she actually goes to try and make the right play to throw it to the boards, but it actually knuckles up, and she ends up putting it about 10 rows in the top. And now they've got to have to find a way to get another kill here. And hopefully you get through that. You have just over 11 minutes to try and find the tying goal.
A delay of game penalty, so this is now the 5th power play for Ottawa, but Venisheva shorthanded, looking for the jailbreak. Venisheva, what a move! Manny McMahon trying to bury it against
is such a line that can take this Vancouver up. This is on the penalty kill, but it's the energy and the speed and the no fear of Venisheva. She doesn't care if she's going to have to take contact. She wants to get this puck to the net.
Possibly draw a penalty of her own, right? That's what it's about. So looking to stay offensive here when shorthanded. And that will draw the penalty. Hughes getting into it with Thompson. Fans waving to Hughes in the penalty box. So, Ottawa was on the power play, brought to you by Royale's Tiger Towel Paper Towel. And now it'll be 4-on-4.
And as Thompson put that all the way back in the zone, it was a good 4 seconds later that Hughes decided to throw the extra push.
This is where face-off wins will be key. Leslie had some space in the middle. She loses an edge far side. Bell, great positioning for the Goldeneyes. Larocque from distance just misses the net. Now Leslie. Larocque yet to score a regular season goal as a member of the Charge. She does have a playoff goal in their run last year. Now Nurse, patient. No-look shot from number 20 off the pad of Phillips. So exactly a minute left on the Goldeneyes penalty kill. That's Jake's penalty. And of course, Jake's one of their best defenders, too. Someone they'd won out on the power play and on the PK. Savalainen goes down.
The puck hunting of Venisheva is just unbelievable, causing turnovers, and all of a sudden it's back in their team's hands again.
I mean, this is what Vancouver wanted to see out of number 13. That relentless energy from the Czech player who threw some fists for the first time in this league. I mean, she brings that tenacity. Meanwhile, the Charge trying to stay on top of the puck. They have just a 1-goal lead, and when they have a lead in the third period, they're 4-2-0-0. For fans at home, that's really good. Thompson. For Meixner. Meixner shoots. Pad save. So now 15 seconds remain. 5-on-4 for the Goldeneyes here. Thompson into the glove of Phillips. Jakes. A shot of the penalty box. Brings it in. Now Meixner takes contact from Greco. Hit returned by Job Smith. Now to the point. Vancouver 0 for 4 on the power play. They have 3 shots. Of course, this was a bit of a truncated one given the 4-on-4 time. Hughes with eyes of the net. She's on her own. Reinforcements coming at the point.
Heads up, heads up. Come on.
Clark lays it to the near side from McQuigg. Campbell comes out of her net. McQuigg looking for it. Away comes Nurse this time. Nurse through heavy Ottawa traffic. Scores!
What a goal!
Sarah Nurse! Continuing her point streak against the Charge.
As she attacks Savalainen, who's one of the better defenders in the league, she starts to make the little toe drag, but then she fakes to go through the legs, and it's almost a little chip shot release by Nurse that fools Phillips on the glove side. Just a superstar making superstar-type plays. Oh, this shot actually deflects off of the right foot of Savalainen. It's going to the blocker side, and that's what stuns Phillips. It crosses about 4.5 feet of the net.
And we're all tied inside Pacific Coliseum as we hit the 10-minute mark of the third period. They couldn't get it done on the player advantage, so they got it done at even strength. And a burst of energy inside this building. Miller looking to capitalize. She's steered into the near wall by Gilden. This is where all of the hard work of the Golden at this time. Campbell gloves it. What a way to wake up! Vancouver Mariners on the board to tie this game 1-1 in the third period. Well, if you are looking for an instant conversation starter, the PWHL store has you covered. Wear your favorite team's colors, connect with fans at the game and anywhere else. Grab your official hats, jerseys, tees, bobbleheads, and more. Shop.thepwhl.com. And sing along as well while you're at it.
Gotta be honest, I'm a big fan of the sing-alongs at the PWHL games.
And a sing-along at a time when your team is looking to chase down a lead on home ice. You might just take the edge off the nerves a little bit, too. Ottawa has been heavily outshot through this game. Joe Smith fans on her shot, so Bard to the rescue for the Goldeneyes. Ottawa, can you head the other way? They've got two bearing down. That's Hemp and Hughes. Held up at the end boards. Hughes brings it out. What a move by number 17. Minnesota native Gilday one-timer. Just blind on the near side. Back to the point. Hobson from the top of the circle. That shot gets taken away. Bard trying to bank it off the boards. To hold the zone, but from the neutral zone instead, Taylor House drives it wide. Job Smith has her covered. Vasco now chasing his man at McMahon. A 2-on-1 developing here. A nice play. Boreen where she needed to be. A no goal. The Goldeneyes still pressing here for their first lead of the game. Gardner fires. They've gotten a piece of Phillips there. Heard the iron singer too. House. A big hit by Jakes. Hobson trying to find some room on the near side. Venetia though with other plans. A feed for McMahon as the loose puck just sails by. Jakes gets a piece behind the net now. Caught up on the near side. Thompson back to Jakes. Jakes turns and shoots. Scores! Vancouver takes the lead. Sophie Jakes delivers.
And as much as Jakes finishes off the play, getting the goal, she's the one that kept it alive as well with an unbelievable read. As an Ottawa player's down at the blue line, I believe that's House getting attended to right now. But again, this play all starts because Jakes has a great read, keeps a puck in, and then Vancouver goes back to work. This is what Coach Adolski was talking about, getting more pucks to the net, but also getting more of their players to the net, creating traffic, making the game harder for the opposing goaltender.
And it'll stay 5-on-5.
And as Vancouver gets their 32nd shot of the night, they have their first lead.
They put in the work for this one. Sophie Jakes from Toronto doing big things in Vancouver. Player leading her team in scoring for a bulk of the season at that as Miller looks to add to it. Claire Thompson now up to 10 points. First player to 10 points with the Goldeneyes.
And now with Ottawa down one, they've moved up Katarova to play with Jenner and Leslie trying to find that equalizer.
They'll have to adjust quick. A team that has been having to play super strong defensively. 6 shots so far in the third period, but Vancouver with 11. Savalainen sends it around, no one to support. Thompson and Jakes, two champions with the Minnesota Frost. First two players signed to the Goldeneyes as well as advertised. Nurse, she got her team on the board. They just need to hold on here. Of course, some extra insurance is always welcome, but 3 points on the line. That's how the PWHL works. A regulation win. If they close it in 60, 3 points in the standings. They're still second last, but they have room to continue going if they can keep hot and earn those points. Especially with 2 more home games before the end of this homestand, you can really change your position quite quickly. It would be disappointing, of course, for Ottawa, as they are just 1 point back of New York at this time, a high stick. And of course, motivates others to play their best, including Sophie Jakes, who actually got an unassisted goal the last time these teams met, January 9th, a 4-2 win for the Charge. But then Jakes has not scored since then, and it's been her longest goal drought since the inaugural season. Well, that's all done and dusted. And it was a big one. Clark sends it back. 3 minutes to go in Vancouver. Ottawa on the hunt for more points. They have yet to win on the road in regulation this season. They have come away with overtime victories right now, just looking to equalize. Bell looking back for support. She'll take up all the time she can muster along the end boards here. Hobson trying to drive in. So in the Vancouver zone, Gilday with pressure. You got to wonder when Phillips might. She's already looking over. She's looking over as the team is in the zone, but then just like that, Goldeneyes. I'd imagine on up ice with possession that she'll be heading out. So Clark puts it in the near corner. Watch out as Boreen and Meitzna make it difficult. Under 2 minutes to go now. And Meitzna on a breakaway. Phillips coming in big against her former teammate. Anna Meitzna had 2 goals with the Charge against Vancouver, and she was looking to continue that little streak here in this matchup. Now Jenner driving the other way. Few options. Thompson stays with her. Leslie off for Laurent. They get going. Phillips off to the bench. Mrazova, Jenner, one-timer, an empty net on the other side. Cava off the bench. Can she be the difference here, looking to equalize late in the game? Jenner able to get a glove on it, so no empty netter. But no icing as well, which is a big thing for the Goldeneye, killing off precious seconds. But there is only 1 minute to go in this game, and Vancouver has the lead. What can Ottawa do? Wisniewicz comes in and scores! Oh my! What a shot. It's suddenly 11,000 plus inside this building, a little quieter, because what a turn. You get out of your seats, a minute to go, and Ottawa makes them pay. And just before that, Meitzna gets shot out of a cannon for the breakaway and tries to flip it to that high blocker. It doesn't get in, and Phillips makes a save. Well, now with the goalie out, all of a sudden she comes in and absolutely rips one. Just an unbelievable shot. Catching Campbell a little off guard, not expecting that type of release to be able to come out. And Wisniewicz just buries it and ties the game up. 53.7 seconds left. What a shot. The rookie knows how to score clutch goals. That's her 4th of the season, but the first 3 were game winners. That one, an important equalizer to keep her team in this one. 45 seconds to go. Ottawa in the offensive zone now. Leslie. We said they were a third-period team, Landon, and they are a third-period team. Never out of it. Bell to Miller. Now Goldeneyes looking to settle this. Miller in the slot, taken away by Jenner. Leslie. Clark in the neutral zone, plays it back for Leslie. Back to Leslie comes in. Shot taken away by Daniel. Nice play. For the second year forward. Savalainen. Down below the goal line, 6 seconds to go. 4, 3. And for the first time between Ottawa and Vancouver, we are headed to overtime. Possession is key here in 3-on-3, and knowing that the chance one way could head right over to the other. Here's how the teams have stacked up beyond regulation. Oh, apologies. So clock was frozen for a moment. Now we're all set for the 5-minute 3-on-3. Ottawa with first possession. Savalainen, Leslie out with the captain. Izzy Daniel, Thompson with Nurse. Jenner. Her space gets taken away quickly. Now Thompson circles back. Over for Daniel. A quick change for the Charge. As now Mrazova is out. Daniel to the slot for Nurse. It's just out of reach. So much open ice. And that gives Venisheva room to get going. Venisheva shoots, saved by Phillips. Miller trying to shake off that pressure from Mrazova. Has Venisheva with her to Jakes this time. Jakes with the most recent goal. It was the go-ahead before Wisniewicz tied it. Venisheva for Miller, shoots, kick save, helped out by Wisniewicz this time. Now Venisheva again, another save from the Charge. So they're getting the shots here, 3-on-3. Wisniewicz trying to be patient with it, Miller not allowing that. So off go the Goldeneyes for a change.
Vancouver doing such a good job all night of those second efforts to cause turnovers when Ottawa thinks they're going to get out of the zone clean.
Hughes brings it in over the line. Gabby Hughes. And that could have been an awkward bounce there. A lucky bounce, essentially, for the Charge. It's luckier for the Goldeneyes. Still in it. Tied at 2 in overtime. Hobson. Bell getting in front of Hobson. Down in the near corner. More than 2 minutes into this 5-minute overtime period. Bell lays it ahead for Meixner. Meixner for Thompson. Off the rebound. Can she bury it? Phillips. Incredible. But still the Goldeneyes in control for Daniel. Thompson with an assist in this game already. Now Nurse will have a go. She can get the shot she wanted last time. Jenner able to steal the puck away. No call. And the Charge head the other way. Leslie in for backup. Drop pass. Leslie shoots and scores! Ottawa's own delivers in overtime for the Charge. It was a thriller. Full of hits, big plays, power play opportunities, and saves. Goals by Fanusa Katarova to start on the power play. Then Nurse and Jakes. The eventual, and an equalizer by Wisniewicz in the final minutes. Thank you for watching. For Landon, Brienne, and our entire crew, I'm Daniela Ponticelli, signing off from Vancouver.